Today is Thursday, February 8th, 2024, day 49 of 75 Hard. We have completed 7 weeks of this program, of the 75 Hard Challenge, and I am pleased to announce my wife and I today have each completed our 5 critical tasks. We have maintained our diet, no wheat or alcohol of any kind, no processed foods with any more than 2 grams of added sugar per serving. We have drunk at least a gallon of water today. We have done 2 45-minute workouts. We did a walk at home this morning, and then just a walk today in the afternoon. Had some pretty above average than normal physical labor activities. Those are the work and such that I've had to do, and so I decided not to take my pack today. We went out for a walk, kept a good pace though. Really good workouts. Let's see. So yeah, 2 45-minute workouts, one of them outside. Read at least 10 pages in my book. I actually read a lot more. I finished my book, so we'll be talking about that in a second, and have taken a progress picture, which you should be seeing there. So I did finish The ABCs of Property Management by Ken McElroy. It's only 7 chapters long. It's pretty short. So yeah, I just have the opportunity to maybe develop some systems, put some things in place for some property that a friend of mine owns, and yeah, so I decided this would be a good book to read. But yeah, there are 7 chapters, and section 1 is, should I manage my own property or hire someone to do it for me? And then in those first 4 chapters there, he kind of talks about the realities of being a property manager, what that entails, what the finances look like, what you evaluate with stuff, how to budget, what a month in the life of a property manager looks like. So those chapters: size doesn't matter, property management systems, cash flow management, and a month in the life of an owner/manager. Section 2, how do I find a good property manager? Chapters 5 and 6. Not all property management companies are created equal. That's chapter 5. Chapter 6, employee systems and structures, the backbone of a company. And then section 3, how do I hire a good property manager? Chapter 7, hiring a good property manager or management company. So lots of great advice and resources in here. In fact, a lot of the stuff they said specifically about the budgeting aspects and money and cash flow and everything has kind of been the basis for the budget that I'm trying to work out. So yeah, very, very good book, very applicable to what's going on in my life right now. So yeah, it was a good read. The next book that I'll be starting tomorrow is the book on Mental Toughness by Andy Frisella. Yes, that is the gentleman who started the 75 Hard program. This is his new book. Came out right at the end of 2023. It has some case studies and things on mental toughness. Let's see, I'm trying to find the table of contents here. So yeah, part 1 is mental toughness. Yeah, I'm not really sure what this part is about. Okay, well, obviously it's about mental toughness, but yeah, let's a dictionary, your last 1,000 days, whiners and winners, glory days, I messed up. So these are the chapter titles that I'm reading, and then there's some case studies. Part 2 of this book, after the mental toughness part 2 is 75 Hard. So pretty much the content from the 75 Hard book that I read, I believe is repeated in here, at least for the most part. And then part 3, Live Hard. For part 1 and part 3, that's the big reason why I got this book, because part 3 is Live Hard. So this is the next step after 75 Hard. 75 Hard is effectively the boot camp for Live Hard. Live Hard is a 1-year program where the first 75 days are 75 Hard. And then over the course of the next calendar year, there are 3 phases of Live Hard. that are each 30 days long. All right, so I'm not going to go into all the detail about it because you'll be getting more information on that at a later time, especially as I go through the Live Hard program. But after 75 hard, it could be day 76, or you could wait a certain amount of time and start phase 1. We're going to wait a little bit. We're going to wait until after the week of unleavened bread, because we are commanded to eat unleavened bread, and part of our diet that we want to kind of stick to for the most part is no wheat or anything like that. So we're going to start phase 1 after the week of unleavened bread, somewhere thereabouts. And there are extra critical tasks in addition to the 5 that we've been doing every day for 75 hard. Okay, so I'll get into what those are in future videos and such, maybe before we actually start the Live Hard program. After phase 1, you must wait a minimum of 30 days before you are allowed to start phase 2. Phase 2 is simply 30 days of 75 hard, all right, just those 5 critical tasks. What the test is there is, yes, you put yourself through 75 hard. It's gotten harder through phase 1. Now you've taken a whole month off. What bad habits have you allowed to be retrained into your life? And can you shake those off quickly simply because you decide to? Like, I'm starting phase 2. Those habits are done. I'm mentally tough enough to go through this and not have to quit or fail or start over. All right. For phases 1 and 2, if you fail any of those days, you just have to start at the beginning of that phase. Like, you have to start those 30 days over. Okay. Then, whenever you complete phase 1, doesn't matter. You have to wait at least 30 days before you can start phase 2. You can wait more. Doesn't matter. But you cannot start phase 3 until 30 days before the same calendar date that you started 75 hard. Okay, so that means for us, we started 75 hard, I believe, December 22nd. I think. All right, let's just go with that for the sake of this video here. That means, all right, that was December 22nd, 2023. That means day 30 of phase 3, the last day of Live Hard, must be December 21st, 2024. All right, I believe that's how it works. So that means we cannot start phase 3 until, what is that? 30 days. So yeah, November only has 30 days. So November 21st would be when we would start phase 3. So we have to get phases 1 and 2 done before then. Should be plenty of time, not a problem. But here's the catch with phase 3. If you fail any day in phase 3, you have to start your whole year over again. All right, that means you got to start back at day 1 of 75 hard. All right, and phase 3, I happen to know, adds the most, what will be for me, the most difficult and inconvenient things. In addition to all the stuff with 75 hard, the 5 critical tasks, there may be a couple others in there, but I know there's at least 2 more. One of them is doing a random act of kindness for someone every day. All right, every single day. And I'm not sure what all that entails, how big or how small that has to be. But, you know, it's not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't mind being kind to people. But to be intentional about doing that every single day. And I don't think you can cheat by like, oh, look, dear, I made you coffee 30 days in a row. There's my random act of kindness. All right, I don't think that works if I do that for my wife every single day. So I'm pretty sure there's some stipulations to it. It's going to be more inconvenient than that. That's why it's going to be tough. The second other thing that I know that you'll have to do is have a conversation with a stranger every single day for 30 days. And keep in mind, if you fail this, if a day goes by that you don't do this, you have to start all over. All right, so yeah, that's going to be inconvenient. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. It'll be definitely a discipline that has to get done. But yeah, we will talk way more about the stuff as we go throughout the Live Hard program. Not going to say too much else about it, except for when I give you a review of this book whenever I get this done. So yeah, there's over 200 pages of this. Because I've already read the 75 Hard, I may just read part 1 and part 3 and skip over the 75 Hard. I've kind of perused it, and it is pretty much identical to the other book that I have had and that I read. So yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. That's the book that I'm working on. We're doing well. I feel very tired, but that's just because I'm doing a lot more throughout the day than I was, which is a blessing. But yeah, we are getting through 49 days in. Tomorrow will be day 50. Wow, that's pretty cool to think about. There will be weight check-ins tomorrow, and yeah, we'll go from there. Thank you for joining me for these daily check-ins. I pray that you're blessed. Bye now.